LDP was set up because Ken Baines and I both felt that design education wasn't properly represented within the publications in the mainstream art or designer technology or technology education press. And it was felt there needed to be a body of work which represented the theoretical positions associated with design education, and which then explained and presented the sort of fundamental reasons as to why people should be interested in that area. We're planning to produce 3 kinds of publications: large, or what we call big books, which are theoretical works, which are, for example, based on someone's PhD, or in the case of Ken Baines, they're based on his reflections on 30 or 40 years of his career. In addition to those, we're planning to produce collections of essays with contributions from a variety of people. So, for example, Niall Seary is going to edit a collection of works related to graphicsy and modelling, and Xenia Danos is looking at graphicsy education and culture. Eventually, there's a third kind of publication we want to produce called squib books, which is a term which Ken came up with, but it's really to present controversial positions in design education, but in a kind of short format, in maybe 100 pages. Sometimes it's important to explore ideas before they're really fully formed or fully researched, but I think they need to be in a different kind of format. It's not enough to, or if you present them as if they are fully researched, then it's a kind of misrepresentation. So, for example, Ken and I have been interested for a while in the idea of neo-Darwinian interpretations of designing. Now, we've thought about it and we've got some ideas, but we wouldn't like to say that those are necessarily solidly or rigorously based, and they need to be presented in a way of promoting discussion and promoting input from others, rather than as an authoritative account of these things. So the difference between the big books and the squib is that we're hoping the big books are based on PhDs, thorough academic work. The squib books are intended to actually address more awkward and more controversial topics, and perhaps with less rigour. So I think they'll be slightly different in format and approach to make that distinction clear, but to encourage debate. The design of the WorldEP website is crucial to facilitating the communication between the author's ideas and the public. It's been designed so that the first thing you see is the author pages. You see about Ken Baines or about Xenia Danos. And then underneath that, you see the books that Ken is producing. And that's deliberate because the website is intended to promote engagement between the authors and the readers. And there is an interactive element which we've included on those pages where people can join in their research or give feedback, or to simply just comment on what they've read. But the website in the end is actually enabling us to communicate with a large population beyond that which we could normally reach through conventional marketing. Although we're not really against conventional marketing, we will offer books for publication through bookshops or through conventional routes. But the web routes of Kindle or ebooks are becoming more fashionable and more sustainable. So we're working in that direction. The other plans we'd like to do is to actually create exhibitions, and Ken Baines is a very experienced designer of exhibitions and has used them throughout his career to interact with the public and to generate or communicate interesting messages. So we'd like to obviously use Ken's expertise, but it's also an opportunity to take those exhibitions to universities or museums or galleries. And in association with that, to organise seminars with the authors, either real seminars where the authors are actually there, or even Skype seminars, so that people can engage with the authors again and see their work. And the exhibitions will be interactive, so that people are beginning to be asked questions about their perceptions of things like the designerly way of knowing and the nurturing designerly activity. What does that mean? And those kind of things will feature in the exhibitions in order to allow people to see whether they're interested in the agendas which interest us. Plans for the book covers are top secret at the moment. We've designed what is really a website icon to go on the website, so that people can kind of see the books that are going to be published and when we have in mind. But the book covers themselves are not going to be like that. But the first time you'll actually see a book cover will be when Ken's book is published, and you'll see what we really have in mind for the book covers. But we're not really revealing that now.